Hello and welcome to the 2021 Quarter 1 review. The beginning quarter of 2021 has definitely not been as exciting as previous quarters have been over the last year, but there's still a little bit to go through. So really it was a continuation of the last quarter in 2020. We saw the stock market recovering. It's even made new highs during the first quarter, and that's even continued through April. In fact, as of the end of March, the Canadian equity market was up 8.1%, the US market was up 4%, and international markets were up 2.1%. So overall, it's been a good start to 2021 for equity investors. On the other hand, with interest rates rising just a little bit, we've seen two places get knocked. First of all, the technology sector took a little bit of a hit, but more notably in the fixed income side. And this is exactly what is expected when interest rates rise. So in the fixed income side, Canada investment grade bonds are down 5% and global investment grade bonds are down 2.5%. And it's important to note here that these asset classes still play a role in a portfolio. Just because they're down today doesn't mean that we sell and we get out. What it means is that we continue with the plan that we've put in place. They still play an important part of a portfolio, despite me personally not liking bonds right now due to this. They still play an important part when it comes to the volatility of a portfolio. So on the positive side, we've seen vaccinations roll out. We've seen countries do a reasonably good job at controlling the next wave. We've seen cases falling. We've seen hospitalization falling. All positive things that indicate us progressing towards an end of the pandemic. On the downside, though, there has been some negative developments. There's been new variants that have come out that are a lot more potent than its predecessors. We've seen this herd immunity phrase thrown around a lot, and that is seeming to be harder and harder to attain. And we've also seen that the vaccines are less effective against some of these new variants than they were against the variant they were designed to protect against. And then some things to note is that there is, and there will continue to be throughout 2021, there are some fears when it comes to the inflationary impact of COVID. We've seen the government roll out so much stimulus, never been done before, and the effects of that could be long lasting, and we don't exactly quite know what they're going to be. Another thing to note, you probably noticed locally, is the housing market is kind of on fire. We have a lot of, especially middle income, upper income individuals that have saved a lot of money during the pandemic. And this money is being channeled, a lot of it, into buying and selling homes, especially with interest rates coming down. It's seen by a lot of people to be an ideal time, and that's added a lot of fire to the housing market. Overall, the first quarter hasn't been very notable, I guess. We've had some downs, we've nothing out of the ordinary. If anything, it's still a bit concerning how quickly the stock market has risen to new highs, but that also could be a side effect of the amount of money that's now floating around the global economy. So that was the overall of Quarter 1 2021. If you have any questions or concerns about your portfolio, as always, feel free to reach out to me and we can discuss how it personally impacts you.